Do I want to keep quick roll? Maybe. Come on and slam. It's like trying to fight Falco and Donkey Kong in like a sudden death 2v1. Counter damage because I was spamming. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it would have done most of the job regardless. Biggie and Smalls. That's so funny because Ornstein's huge, but yeah, because of Small, you don't think of him that way. I do like that they make the run to the fight easy at least so that you can just throw yourself upon their mercy over and over and over. Never feels good when you can see your souls immediately upon entering the arena. Woof. Small, my dude. Get your diaper body out of here. The charge I don't like. I don't like the charge. Ugh, gross. No, because I'd rather fight Super Small than Super Ornstein. So I want Ornstein out first so that Small is the one that I fight in the second phase. Schneider. Which I honestly, I don't know if that's a good idea or not. That's just how I drew it up. Ornstein can hit me without me like bleeding and dying immediately. Small, I cannot handle that. Gotta unlock. Charge. Get out. Get out. The pillars will afford a little bit of protection, even with them caved in, it looks like. Again, this feels like an unlocked fight because I just have too many things I got to keep an eye on. Forgot about the buffing version. Exactly. Yeah, because like Ornstein, I already have a hard time with faster bosses to begin with because of my defense being such a weak part of my game. So I'd rather deal with a super small. I didn't know that ended in an uppercut. All right. You're right. If I'm not blocking, I should two-hand. That's a very good call. If we're gonna just roll, why not get the extra damages? Come on, Ornstein, with that teleport shit. Get out, get out. Ornstein, my man, with the instant transmission like you were one of the Z fighters. Can I backstab them? I might be able, you might be able to get repulse off on Ornstein. I don't think with Small. I think Small just saved my life because his hammer just knocked Ornstein out of the way. I think I was about to get chain shot by Ornstein and Small saved me. I'm gonna buy a Small action figure. Yeah, Harris is right. I do appreciate kind of letting me wallow in my own misery for a bit before I get too many tips, but the two-hander is something I should have been knowing to do anyway. I'm gonna get myself killed because I'm spamming because I'm impatient, and there it is. Okay. Okay. Ornstein to half health, but it took me all my Estus to get there, which isn't sustainable. So do I rethink the dodging strategy? Is it worth it to bring the Night Shield? If I do that, we might as well also equip the rest of the gear. This gives me, if I'm stuck and the roll's not gonna save me, I'll get 100% physical, but it won't save me from Ornstein's lightning. Yeah, the death counter is currently for the whole playthrough, although admittedly a lot of it is just from tonight. That's not even the corner I wanted to jump at. Peace, nerd. All the tips are things I should already know. That might be fair. That might be perhaps holding me to a standard of play that is not entirely befitting a first-time playthrough. But you're right. Much of this is stuff I should know. I think at times, Harris, you might forget what it is like to play the game without knowing it intimately, because it is something. that's for sure. Ornstein, my man. I couldn't even see past the fog gate yet. Like, really. All right, Smol's gonna get jiggy with it. Backswing, backswing. I'm not really worried about the souls because we're gonna lose them at some point in this debacle anyway. All right, double drink. Smol's gonna get nasty. I might wind up killing Smol first just because he's easier to target during this 2v1 phase. Although that's not entirely always true, because Ornstein's nice because sometimes you get a chance to attack him just because he's quicker, so he closes the distance better. All right, Smol, my dude. You're the worst. It is a cliff to scale. That's a really good way of phrasing it. I hadn't thought of it that way, but you're right. Dark Souls kind of has some similarities to like getting over it with Bennett Foding. Like even just earlier tonight when I was struggling with Silver Knights and the arrows out on the front of the cathedral, like it's got a lot of that same energy. A lot of that, here's a challenge that you've been faced with. You understand everything that's supposed to happen. Why isn't it happening? Why isn't it working? So like I'm getting what am I trying to describe here? My fight with them thus far has been better from a damage avoidance standpoint, but I'm not returning any fight to them. And it can't just be a cat and mouse game. I can't just dodge forever because I'm gonna lose that fight. I do eventually need to be able to return damage and continue the fight to the next phase. Not to mention, I don't dodge it perfectly, so like I'm gonna run out of Estus. Do I, sorry for punching my microphone. Do I stand to gain anything from a different weapon or going and upgrading my weapon, right? Like doing the upgrade on the Claymore to turn it into a lightning weapon. That doesn't seem to make sense because I'm pretty sure there's no lightning weakness, at least not from Ornstein. One trick to the Souls type series is reusing assets while changing the difficulty involved. Thank you for the hydration, Adam. There's a side quest in DS1 which is very similar to the DLC of Horizon Zero Dawn. I've not played the DLC of Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn is a rare game that I beat before I even started the channel. I really like Horizon Zero Dawn, but I did not do the DLC. All right. For a lot of people, Ornstein and Smoke was the breaking point, right? So like just getting through this fight is going to go a long way. Try to parry there to see if it was possible. Don't know if it is. This is going to go a long way to kind of getting me into the mindset of completing the rest of the run. So it's okay if we rack up a bunch of deaths here. It's not really an issue in the long run. It's the perseverance to stick with it that matters. We were actually just talking here as you mentioning like reusing assets in different ways to kind of like remix the challenge. We were talking about the Titanite demons because of the Titanite demon over here in this small area. Most people are going to quit on or before Ornstein and Smell. You don't see a lot of people give up on Twitch. That kind of lends some credence to what I was talking about earlier with Gandalfarian about how Twitch kind of like is this weird like motivation to keep going even when you're frustrated. Hey, thanks for dropping by, Mika. I appreciate it, buddy. Have a good sleep. I don't know how to deal with Smo's charge other than getting behind a pillar. So that's got to just be like reaction 1 for that. They hit me with the wombos. They were like, no, Chris, we don't like it when you touch our health points. We would rather do that to you. The Demon Titanite side quest is incredibly well done. I didn't even know there was a side quest. Like, I just knew there was demons. Like, I knew there was Titanite demons to get Demon Titanite, but I didn't know it was tied to a larger side quest. Does it involve an NPC? Use the MMO strategy, group them up in AoE. Man, can I tell you how absolutely lovely it would be if Logus could just like cast an AoE spell and then ice block? If I get a weapon that needs Demon Titanite, I need to kill him. I guess you're right. But is Demon Titanite, doesn't it just upgrade boss weapons? Am I right in that? All right, Ornstein's always gonna start with the like Jet Li hero, like wire fu attack, it looks like. Ornstein's gonna charge me. Or Smo's gonna charge me. I'm trapped in a corner. I ate moss. I don't know why I don't have my Estus flask equipped. I was watching the animation and I was like, man, that's really weird. I must be really hungry or really thirsty. All right. Woof. And each one is completely designed to use the same mobs but drastically escalate difficulty. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, because we were talking about the difference in arenas, but also like in Sen's Fortress, it's a 2v1 fight where there's 2 Titanite demons. It's a very clever way to take an enemy that you've probably fought enough to get pretty accustomed to, and basically like make you second guess your strategies. And they do similar things elsewhere in the game. Like they have mobs that kind of fit archetypal roles, right? Like this is a tough melee enemy. This is like a fast melee, like scrapper type of an enemy. Like they do quite a bit of that throughout, and it's a similar setup. Ornstein, I feel like I've got to dodge to his right, so like my left, his right when I'm facing him dead on, and Smo is the opposite. All right, Ornstein, come play with me. Oh, Smo, I didn't ask. You weren't invited. What did I say? Ornstein and Smo come play with me? No, I said Ornstein. See, this is what I was talking about, where maybe Smo is the one I wind up getting out of here. Good gravy. I'm gonna need to like go farm humanity, because there's no way I'm doing this with 10 Estus flasks. Get out! Get out! Through the pillar? Come on now. I was even trying to be crafty. Oof. His lightning attack there with me standing right on top of him really actually didn't do that much damage. Kind of shockingly. He clipped just enough of that pillar for me to not die. All right, I have 9 humanities. So here's the deal. I'm not using a humanity unless we get in to the second phase, because I can't use them all on attempts and then not have them when we get to the second phase fight. Save phase to drop onto the demons has 1 demon unable to jump with slow feet, then you can have 1 that can jump, and then 2 at once in a large room with slow feet. Then they have an oversized 1 in a fairly small room, and then you have a respawning 1 in an arrow room. I mean, it's definitely clever usage of their enemy. And it saves them, like, it's smart from a game design perspective, because not only does it make each of the fights memorable, even though it's the same enemy, like, it also saves the dev team from making a bunch of side enemies to be mini bosses. They do, so in the Zero Dawn DLC, they do it similarly, where they use the same mob, but the arenas are different. It's just good game design. It's what smart devs do. Otherwise, you wind up with games where they escalate difficulty just by throwing more bodies at you. This one is green, this one is red. The old palette swap. All right. Collect my 0 souls. So now Ornstein's pissed about pillars. It's normally Smo that really hates pillars. Not an architectural fan. Okay, okay, that one I don't know about. All right. I think I want the quick rollback. And I think it's pretty obvious I'm not gonna block. So we're gonna go two-hand, we're gonna go quick roll. We'll see where it gets me. You're given an escape path. That's clever. Where is it? How did I miss it? I was looking at chat is how I missed it. It's this. Barely did it, but we've done it. What is the ring situation? I didn't even think of that. Poise, I'm not gonna outpoise them, but that might save my poise. And then Ring of Steel protection. I mean, I could throw on the Ring of Favor and protection and just use that to help me get through this fight, knowing that it's gonna break on the other side. Because 20% more, that's what it is, right? 20% more health and stamina. The other option too is just go level grind a bit, right? Like, I could go and grind some souls with the enemies in the area, but I want to avoid that if possible. Are you guys even gonna let me get into the boss room this time? I guess I was due for one run so disastrous we didn't even make it in. I don't know my level off the top of my head. We'll have to check it when we're at the bonfire. All right, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Ooh, I staggered him. Smo's coming. Get out, get out. All right. That just felt bad. We just got nothing but Smo crotch covering the whole camera. You hate it. All right. Ornstein, I would really like it if you would use your wire fu attack, because then I could get some space between you and Smo. I know you guys are bros, but like, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. See, I need him to do an overhand to try and punish me attacking Ornstein, because when he does the arc, I don't get out of it. If he does the overhand, if I roll correctly, he'll not hit me. I knew it was coming and I still let it hit me. That's too bad, because it was damage and a missed opportunity to punish. Smo, my goodness, with the reach, dog. Already though, the two-handed quick dodge I feel like is showing a lot more success. Got overexcited there, cost me. Oh, I heard it coming and I didn't get out of there in time. Okay. No, Ornstein, you're a monster. That's all right. I think that was good progress. We died with Estus on hand, right? Which normally means if I hadn't made a mistake, we could have gone longer. Oh, I wanted to check what my level was. I'm level 45. So we're not, I mean, we're not wildly under leveled, but I wouldn't hate more endurance for this fight. So if it becomes continually frustrating, we might gain a couple more soul levels. Darn it. All right, come here. My gear is soft. I've got a +10 claymore, but then all my armor is completely unupgraded. So that's another thought too, is to maybe go over and upgrade some armor at the blacksmith. Come on. There we go. So the quicker roll is still not enough. I can't get in this habit. I've done it a couple times where I try and blast Ornstein with like 3 swings, like especially if I get him staggered on the second swing, I get like, my eyes go wide and I'm like, yes. Right, upgrading armor isn't great, but it's still something, right? Like that's the thing, is any little advantages that I can put together is still an advantage. I mean, almost 1/3 of Ornstein's health there, right, with the opening combo. Can't be mad at that. I do need him to come over here. Look at that knight trying to get into the fog wall. Come on, bro. Oh, yes. All right, Ornstein's coming, so get out. Don't get greedy. That was great damage. Oh no. Oh no. He might be able to be parried Afterlife. I tried it earlier and got punished for it really hard. So I haven't tried it again. Shit. Can't see, can't see. Use your whole stamina meter to roll. God, it was so promising at the beginning, and now I've just been like locked down. Oh, he shifted. No. Ornstein, you son of a bitch. You were so cooperative at the start of the fight. All right. Relax. Get a heal in. There we go. All right. Ornstein Dunzo, phase 2. The Dragon Knight falling. Smo don't give a shit. Super small. All right, so now homeboy's got a lightning hammer. It might benefit me to try and get more damage on him in the first phase, because I don't know if it carries over. Can you guys tell me, does he heal before you fight him in the second phase? Get out of here. Come on. Do something dumb. That's pretty dumb. Give me something I can dodge through. Oh, I left myself with no stamina. That's a no-no. Oh my god, I dodged that running attack for once. All right, don't get overexcited. We got plenty of Estus, so why don't I cap off? Just to avoid like a one and done wombo combo. Use some pillar pathing. No! He came around the side of the pillar, and I didn't want him to. I totally forgot. All right, go. That's fine. He didn't kill me. That's so savage. I missed him. Oh my god, no. Oh my god. Let's go. The Soul of Smo. Done it. Done it. Not so bad. I died more to the Silver Knights than we did to Ornstein and Smo. 51,000 souls on hand. I don't know where the next bonfire is, but we might be backtracking. I would have died in phase 2 due to my ring choice if I had done what? If I had changed my rings? Let me get my target shield back. There we go. Skipping your stream was worth it. Well, I'm glad I could deliver Venom. Feels pretty good. I can't remember. I mean, I feel like what I want to do is backtrack and try and put these souls to use, because I don't remember what else is where. If I hadn't changed rings, I didn't change rings though. I wound up leaving them the way they were. Ah, there's a bonfire right here. Okay, so I don't need to go anywhere. They know when you're done with that fight that you're like, yo, I just want to spend these souls right now, please. All right, I am putting all of my levels into endurance because I want more stam. Love it. Love it. All right, so hang on. Before we do too much more, there's other stuff off of the actual Ornstein and Smo like fight floor that I want to go look at. So there's another stairwell. And I'm going to forget about it if we leave. I definitely think Super Smo was the right choice. Like, dodging Smo in the beginning is super difficult because of how fast Ornstein is, right? Like, if you can just kind of get in the pocket and wait and react to Smo, he's not that hard to dodge. So I'm comfortable with the choice I made. I know that there's some good gear if you can get Ornstein instead to be your super fight, but I ain't too worried about it. All right, so the side room I was curious about was literally just the same elevator. Helm of Favor, Embraced Armor of Favor, Gauntlets of Favor, and Leggings of Favor. That is Lautrec's gear. So toward the end of the stream here, which isn't that far off, we'll do some lore reading and we'll talk a little bit about some of the lore stuff as I understand it. Obviously, if you guys know more, you can tell me. We are not playing online, so I'm sorry for everyone that we did not get an amazing chest ahead message. But now we finally meet one of the lords.
Become much, chosen undead. Come hither, child.
Hello. Can we chat?
Oh, chosen undead, I am Guinevere, daughter of Lord Gwyn and Queen of Sunlight. Since the day Father his form did obscureth, I have awaited thee. I bequeath the Lord Vessel to thee.
Let's go. Lord Vessel. By the power of the Lord Vessel, you may now warp between bonfires, aka I am the happiest undead in Lordran.
And beseech thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the fire of our world. Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight, and avert further undead sacrifices.
So I would love, this is one of those things, I've talked about it a couple times, where it's like, I love that I'm able now to play through and make my first time playing through Dark Souls be with the information that's been gathered by the community over the years. But man alive, would I also love to meet the first person who was like, what if I just shot her? What if I just hit her with an arrow?
Thou hast journeyed far.
So we can enter her covenant. What covenant am I right now? I think I'm the Fair Lady's covenant. I'm gonna enter this covenant as well. I don't actually have to enter it to get the achievement. You just have to say hi. Okay, so I'm not gonna enter it.
Since the day Father is formed, it obscure one.
So no extra dialogue either. It's so interesting, right? Like she's the first NPC to just like, oh wait, he will tell me, or she will tell me.
Shall guideth thee. Please, Father's role thou should assume, and inheriteth the fire of our world. Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight, and avert further undead sacrifices. Kingseeker friend.
So she's like just straightforward, just like, listen, I know you have questions. How about I answer them? But she's a liar. Should I ice her right now, team? Is there anything else in Anor Londo that I should do before taking care of Guinevere? I don't think so, right? Right. She makes it dark, but that means we can go fight another boss. I said we were doing all bosses, so we're gonna have to get her. I gotta equip arrows, don't I? How do I even aim the bow? Oh no, you weren't an all-powerful goddess.
Thou that tarnisheth the godmother's image, I am Gwyndolin. And thy transgression shall not go unpunished.
Ooh.
Thou shalt perish in the twilight of Anor Londo.
She was merely an illusion. So neat. Like I say, I wish that I was around to talk to whoever was first like, you know what if I shot her? Like, what a madman. All right, so with the Lord Vessel, we can warp around. What's some stuff we want to do today? We do want to go back to Firelink Shrine. We'll probably end there. But I want to tighten things up here in Anor Londo, which means we're going to have to go fight Guinevere. Can I get to the other Anor Londo bonfire? I don't know how to get to that boss arena. We didn't do the painting yet. I don't have the item I need for the painting afterlife, so we're gonna have to come back here for that at some point. Let me warp to the Anor Londo bonfire, which I may, well, we've got all the shortcuts. That won't be a big deal even if it's the wrong one. I believe by killing her, I think we piss off the firekeeper at the other bonfire. I can't remember. Yeah, because she's not here anymore, right? Like, she used to be here. She's gone. The tail boss. Yes, we have not fought tail boss. And thus, the golden city of Anor Londo, its truth exposed. This is its reality. So neat. So neat. That first player must have absolutely lost their mind. Can someone in chat give me an idea of where I'm going to get to Gwyndolin's boss fight? Is it down and over from the screw stairs? It's got, I mean, it's got to be in a direction I haven't traveled, right? So I've done most of Anor Londo. Why don't I just go take a look-see, yeah? Hidey wall in a lower room. Yeah, I think it is behind an illusory wall. It might be down from here. Man, it's so interesting. Even in like in the depths and Blighttown, I haven't felt like the game was as dark as it is when Anor Londo suddenly is no longer vibrant. I guess it might have been a smart idea to deal with that Silver Knight to get the item up on the buttress before I made it dark in Anor Londo, but I'm sure that's nothing I would care about anyway. So there's nothing else down here, right? So is it over across the way where we moved this stairwell? Ooh, I just got some frame chug there. Here's all the painting guardians. Idiot. It's a room, a round room? I don't know where it is. I don't think it's here. This, I think, is backtracking in the wrong direction. Maybe it's up off of one of the things near the ceiling, like where we were able to go up over by where the giant blacksmith is. I feel like it's a big long stairwell down, and then there's an illusory wall, is kind of like what I'm remembering in my mind's eye.
So it was you, was it?
Ah, here she is.
The blade upon a deity. How did you ever get this far? I shall end your suffering here and now. It is the least that I can do.
I don't want to have to fight. Apparently I shouldn't want to fight you. You're a beast. I also don't get the benefit of the extra kindled Estus flasks because she's no longer kindling a bonfire. It's near the place where you turn the lever for the tower. I don't remember where that was, unfortunately.
This man is a threat.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to kill you. Let that be known. Ooh, I get her Firekeeper soul too. Alright, well, I'm not happy I killed you, but guess what? I'm pumped. So if it's near where we turned the lever to move the stairs, it can't be past the stairs, because they're back here. It's just off this stair, so I go down this stairwell, you're saying, Afterlife? So down to the bottom of this stairwell. Might need to turn. Oh, I might need to turn this, you're saying? Contraption does not move. Can I move it from up above? I like already forgot entirely how this thing works. Ah, that's right. Okay, hang on. Doesn't it have a... Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now it lines up differently, but it also means this part is different. Oops. It was a little on the dark side. Couldn't see where I was headed. So that ain't it. And now this bonfire is no more. Well, so now what do I do about the fact that it's turned? Can I call it back to me when we get down there? I hope I didn't just screw that whole sequence up. Wait for my elevator. You got like a whole level's full of souls sitting over there too. No! I was trying to get a Rolade. Oh god. Trying to do it one-handed. I didn't have enough pressure on the joystick to roll, so I backstepped. Yeah, so no lever for me to call that. So I would either have to go back through the painting guardians. So I'm in a bit of a pickle now, Afterlife, because this fire isn't interactable. So if I want to interact with a fire, we have to backtrack all the way to Sen's Fortress. Because I killed the firekeeper at this fire. Because it just gave me the warning about how this fire is not usable. Yeah. If I quit and come back, will it be lightable now that she's gone? Can't I take ownership of it? Because it's just about the fact that she was dead, right? I don't know how this fire works. No, so this fire's just... Alright, so I moved the bridge, deleted the fire I needed to warp. Things are rough here in Anor Londo, gang. So we gotta backtrack all the way to Sen's. Which I have to even remember how to do. Where do I exit to the balcony? Yeah, okay. And then we can get the Batwing demons to fly us back. Because like worst case scenario, we're gonna have to come back here for the painting guardians anyway. So if we get back to the Sen's bonfire and there's not a good warp candidate, that's not that big a deal. Because we're going to come back, and if it means we got to come back and go the long way next time when we come back for Painted World, that's fine. Alright, so to get to the Sen's bonfire, feels good to have the game be lit again also. Oh, hi, I forgot about you. Bye, bud. I'm gonna check the warp on this, but we're probably gonna just go back to Firelink in a second here, because it's getting late enough. I'll read some lore. I will celebrate in my heart for having defeated Ornstein and Smo. Oh, this one does open? It's locked. I don't have the key, right? And then we'll make our way Oh wait, someone was also telling me that I didn't look around in this place. Why would I do this before having activated the bonfire? What an idiot. So there was a staircase here I never saw. Okay, because I already talked to Homeboy. What does the staircase do? Is this going to take me all the way down to the bottom of the fortress? Oh my god, that would be the greatest shortcut in the game. Get out of here. Oh no, it's to get the cage key. Okay, so now we can actually go get Big Hat Logan. All right, so... Oh, but that also means I can unlock that cage and use it like an elevator, like you were talking about, Afterlife. Man, if only I had seen this staircase. What a significant thing to just have kind of randomly hidden at the bottom of this. All right, I gotta try and not biff this because we're gonna die. Damn it. Oh, that's right. It doesn't kill me. Okay. I think I got the plunging attack. Titanite shard. So some of those shards, like I say, like I might as well just use them on armor upgrades. If for no other reason, then why not? All right, so let me go save at this bonfire and we'll check what our warp options are in Anor Londo. Well, right, but that's what I'm saying, Afterlife. I've accumulated a whole bunch of them, so I might as well use them. This might just send me back to that same bonfire, which is gonna suck. Yeah, it sends me to the unlit bonfire. Man, that's a bummer. All right, let me try something real quick to see if we can avoid, because I didn't actually sit at that bonfire. Let's try and just throwing ourselves to our deaths and see if we show up in sends. I'm not counting that death, y'all. This is time travel. Nah. All right. We'll run back to sends and stop playing cute. We'll go to Firelink and read our stuff. Boo. That's all right. I've wasted enough time running around. I don't know that I would have wanted to try to fight the boss fight anyway. But it is kind of a bummer knowing we're going to have to goof around later. Yeah, I'm just going to do the flying guys and then we'll warp to Firelink. Although I should use the cage key to see how that shortcut works. I'm just nervous about dying because it sends me, I mean, I guess it's not that far back. It feels like it's that far back because you spend a decent amount of time running, but by the time you actually warp over here, it's no time at all. Oh, I didn't see what he dropped. And the world will never know. All right, we're going to check out the shortcut by using the cage key, just so that we actually know what we're dealing with there. Because not having to deal with Sen's Fortress again later sounds delicious. Yeah, so this is the elevator you were thinking of earlier, Afterlife. So where does this end up taking me? Is this like the very beginning room? I love that in Sen's Fortress, even the shortcuts require you to contest with blades. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna get chased by snake men here, but we can go right back to Andre's place. Okay, so that's a pretty easy way to deal with that. I can also see if Andre can do a different set of upgrades on my claymore real quick. Just trying to think of some housekeeping we can do before we wrap up tonight. We're gonna go back to Firelink in a second here, but let me see what we can do about the claymore.
Well, hello again. You seem to need any...
Yeah, so he could regress it, but he couldn't do anything about it. So I gotta figure out, I don't know what ember it is we need to take that above plus 10, because you can go to plus 15 normal, but I don't know what ember does it. So that's fine. Let us warp to the Firelink Shrine. We got a gift for Anastasia. We're gonna take care of that. And then we got some other goodies we can round up. So we have the same issue here where the bonfire is inaccessible. Where got Sigmire over here too. That might be his daughter. We gotta go find Anastasia's cell. Return the Firekeeper soul. And just like that, she's resurrected. So our Firelink Shrine is once again lit.
Thank you. I am Anastasia of Astora. Now I can continue my duty as a keeper. But I only hope that my impure tongue does not offend.
So remember, before she had no tongue. She couldn't talk. Her tongue had been removed. We can reinforce up to level 3 now. What else has she got?
I am impure. My tongue never intended for restoration. Please, if you have any heart, leave me be. I wish not to speak.
Very sad life for Anastasia. All right, let's talk to Onion Friend.
Well, fancy meeting you here. You did much for me up above. I am grateful. You know, I was thinking the gate, the old fortress. Was that your doing? Yes, I knew it. It seemed like an unlikely coincidence. Well, am I fortunate? This Knight of Katarina thanks you sincerely. Please, take this as a token of my gratitude.
The Emit Force Miracle.
There you are. I'll be heading down below shortly. There's nothing worthwhile up above. No worries. Venturing is my life. I'm prepared for the worst. There you are. No.
All right, so he's going to be on his way out. Crestfallen has left. Yep, Crestfallen's gone. Let's read our equipment lore. And then all things considered, you know, a bunch of deaths, right? Like obviously it was not a small number of deaths tonight, but it was one of the harder parts of the game. So I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not excited about being done with Ornstein and Smo. The Lord Vessel. Soul Vessel granted to the chosen undead. Lord Vessel bestowed upon the chosen undead who is destined to succeed Lord Gwyn. The chosen undead is granted the art of warping between bonfires. To open the final door, place this vessel on the Firelink altar and fill it with powerful souls. Let's see, what else did we find? The Silver Knight's straight sword. The Silver Knights of Anor Londo guard the city using this beautifully slender weapon. Its chain attacks, in which the wielder takes great advancing steps and makes use of his body weight, are deadly even in single hits. That might be worth playing around with. Then we also got the Dragon Tooth from Havel. Created from an everlasting dragon tooth, legendary great hammer of Havel the Rock. The Dragon Tooth will never break as it is harder than stone, and it grants its wielder resistance to magic and flame. So cool. The Giant's Halberd. Large halberd made of old brass used by the giant sentinels of Anor Londo. Brass contains traces of lightning, but as the halberd is designed for the giant sentinels, its weight is unbearable. I think that's all for weapons. Nope, Havel's Great Shield. Great Shield of the legendary Havel the Rock. Cut straight from a great slab of stone, this great shield is imbued with the magic of Havel, provides strong defense, and is incredibly heavy. A true divine heirloom on par with the Dragon Tooth. And then we found a couple armor sets. So we found Havel's armor sets. We found Lautric's armor set. And we found the Silver Knight armor set. Let's see. Helm of the Silver Knights who protect Anor Londo. When Lord Gwyn departed to link the fire, his knights split into two groups. The Silver Knights remained in the Forsaken Capital in the service of their goddess. So the other half of the knights were scorched black, and those are the Black Knights we've been fighting throughout the game. And we've got the favor stuff. We'll read that last. Let's read Havel's gear. Helm worn by Havel the Rock's warriors. Carved from solid rock, its tremendous weight is matched only by the defense it provides. Havel's warriors never flinched nor retreated from battle. Those unfortunate enough to face them were inevitably beaten to a pulp. I think it's all the same stuff. Yeah, gauntlets. Yeah, it's all the same stuff. And then we've got the favor stuff. So this is Lautric's gear. Helm of Lautrec the Embraced, representing the goddess Fina's love. During his solitude, he forsook everything, for he believed in the goddess's love for him. The goddess's arms wrap around it as if to embrace the wearer. So, Lautrec, we never saw him in his cell because I didn't save him from his cell. He showed up on his own, the way his questline runs. But he's been abandoned and alone in a cell at the beginning of the game for ages. And he basically goes crazy and devotes himself to this goddess Fina, and he's trying to find offerings for her. So that's why he killed Anastasia, was to find an offering to give to his goddess. But that means we had to ice him so we could get the soul back. So sorry, Lautrec. All right, not a bad night, Logus. You did some pretty good work out there, buddy. You should maybe rest at the bonfire and cool your heels.